One of the most popular chapters in the Bible is 1 Corinthians 13, sometimes referred to as the love chapter. Today we are going to explore a bit in depth about what this chapter means and how it relates to us. First Corinthians 13 was written by the Apostle Paul to the church in Corinth in modern-day Greece and describes the characteristics of love. It is important to note that in Greek there are three types of love. There's eros love, philia, and agape. Eros is sexual love, philia is brotherly love, and agape is selfless, self-sacrificing love. In Corinthians, Paul speaks of agape love. Paul opens by demonstrating how it is pointless to have even the most spectacular of spiritual gifts, but not have love. He writes, "If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing." He is showing how futile it is to have all these gifts, but to use them without love. He then states, "If I give all I possess to the poor, and give over my body to hardships that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing." The Corinthians highly valued these spiritual gifts, but would often forget that without love, they're all meaningless. He describes that even if we do these acts, if we do them without love, then it's all in vain. You could offer up your own life, but if it is for your own pride and glory, then it's meaningless. And now Paul writes one of the most beloved verses found in the Bible, describing the characteristics of agape love. "Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres." Love is patient. It waits for others. It displays patience even when receiving unfair treatment. Love is kind. It does good for others even when it's not in our best interests. It does not envy. It puts our own needs to the side and rejoices in the success of others. It does not boast. It is not proud. Love removes ourselves for the needs of others. Love is not self-seeking. It does not seek to fulfill our own needs, but to satisfy the needs of others. Love must not keep a record of wrongdoings. It's easy to hold grudges and to remember how we were mistreated. But with agape love, we do not keep track. Just as God died for us when we sinned against him, we too must learn to forgive others when they sin against us. Love does not delight in evil. It does not take pride in acts of revenge, but instead tries to seek the forgiveness of others. It rejoices in the truth. The truth is the way to God, because he is the truth. Desiring the truth and desiring to understand others is to desire holiness and to show compassion. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love has hope. It is confident in the promises that God has made for us. It always perseveres. It does not cease when things get difficult. Then Paul continues, "Love never fails, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away." Love never fails. It will be with God and his beloved children for all of eternity. Now, this is not the same for spiritual gifts. Prophecy, speaking in tongues, they will pass away. A time will come when they are not needed. When God comes again, they will not be necessary. They are here and exist only to serve a specific function. "For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when completeness comes, what is in part disappears." All knowledge we have of God is only a tiny fraction of what there is to know about God. Someone who can prophesy can only display a small part of what is God's plan. We only know partially, but when the day comes, all will be revealed to us. "When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known." Paul describes us as children. Right now we are only children, with limited knowledge and understanding. Now we understand things only like a dim mirror, with partial knowledge. But then with the return of Jesus, we will see God face to face. We will understand him fully, just as he fully understands us. We will know him personally, rather than just through partial knowledge. Paul then ends by saying, "And now these three remain, faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love." After the need of spiritual gifts, such as prophecy, three main virtues remain: faith, hope, and love. Faith and hope are vital to Christianity, yet Paul says that love is greater. Faith is when we believe but do not see, but a day will come when we see what we believe. Hope is whenever we have trust in God's promises for us, yet a day will come when everything we have hoped for will be fully realized. Faith and hope will finally have their purposes fulfilled, yet love will always be. It will exist for eternity, here on earth in the infinity of heaven, forever in God. God does not have faith like we do, because he knows all things. He does not have hope the same way we do, because he is always in control. But God is love. He always was love, and he always will be love. So when we love, we begin to understand the divine.